A horse screams and disappears chest first onto a sharpened stake buried in the grass. A ladder slams against a wooden palisade, and 40 men climb it in the dark. On the towers, Roman slingers fire blind, aiming at sound. And out on the plain, a man in a scarlet cloak rides straight into the largest army in Europe alone, because there is nothing left to send. That is the last hour of the siege of Alesia, and it should never have happened. 50,000 Romans, 80,000 Gauls in the fortress in front of them, 250,000 more marching at their backs. Caesar was outnumbered 5-1 on both sides at the same time, with no line of retreat. And he won. Not with a battle plan, with a shovel. Welcome back to the channel. Today, the siege where Julius Caesar trapped himself on purpose. Because he did not build one wall at Alesia. He built two. The first one won him a country. The second one is the reason you know his name, and the reason he had 8 years left to live. Keep that scarlet cloak in mind. It comes back at the end. 52 BC. Gaul has more than 300 tribes and has never once agreed on a single leader. Then one man changes that, a man whose name means king over warriors. Vercingetorix. Now he is cornered on a hilltop, and Caesar's officers can taste it. We finally have him, one says. Caesar does not even look away from the ridge. Then we will not attack them, he answers. We will bury them. So they dig. 16 kilometers of wall going up around a hilltop city. 23 watchtowers spaced along it like teeth. Every legionary in that valley carries a pickaxe that weighs about as much as his sword, and he is trained to use both. Rome took the world with the shovel as often as the blade. And the shovel is the more frightening of the two, because of what that ring does the moment it closes. Nothing enters, no food, no messages, no hope. Vercingetorix sees it from the high ground before the line is finished. We stop them now, he says, before they close it. Ready the cavalry.
We must finish the palisade before
Down
sundown.
on the plain, Caesar is walking the construction when he stops.
Drop tools! To your ranks
Something is
now.
moving out there. Drop the tools,
Battle formation.
he shouts. Form ranks.
Lock shields, hold the line!
Men who were carpenters a moment ago pick up their shields, and the charge breaks on them. The Gauls fall back up the slope.
Lock shields!
Understand what decided that. A Gallic warrior fought so that his name would be remembered. A legionary fought so that the man beside him would live. Only one of those survives a bad day. That night, Vercingetorix gives the order that shapes everything after
Time
it.
for waiting is over.
Send
We
riders
strike
to every
now,
tribe.
or Alesia
Bring every
falls.
man who can hold a
To
spear.
arms, warriors of Gaul.
Roman
Stop right
patrols
there.
catch
Secure the
some of them.
prisoners. Get back
A handful
quickly. They're
slip
everywhere.
through the unfinished line and vanish into the dark. Caesar doubles the scouts in every direction. One thing to know before the numbers start getting big. Almost everything we know about this siege comes from one book, and Caesar wrote it, while waiting to stand trial for starting the war. Inside the walls, 80,000 soldiers and every family in the city share one set of granaries. Grain for 30 days. 30 days for an army to arrive. It would take longer. Then the scouts come back. Across Gaul, the tribes are raising men. An army is coming. His officers want to lift the siege and meet it in open ground.
They are coming, Commander.
No,
We must march out
Caesar
and face
says.
them on open ground.
We build a
They did not
second
come here
wall
to
around the
retreat.
first one.
The siege holds.
So they dig
To the
again.
outer line. I want
21
that
kilometers
fortification
this
doubled
time,
by sundown.
wrapped around the ring they
Move.
just finished, facing outward. Towers every 80 feet, double trenches, iron hooks buried in the grass. An army
those
besieging a
timbers
city,
faster.
digging in
Secure
to
the
be
palisade.
besieged itself.
Maintain discipline on the
In
wall.
front of it all, hidden pits with sharpened
faster through the
stakes,
pits.
which the legionaries named
Watch your
lilies.
step, men.
Men who had been digging for 6 weeks looked into a hole built to kill a horse and decided it looked like a flower. That is what a war does to a language. Inside Alesia, 12 days of grain left. In the War Council, a chieftain proposes feeding the warriors
Your
with the
proposal
flesh
is
of those
unacceptable.
too old to
We did
fight.
not gather here to lay down our
Vercingetorix
arms. We gathered to
refuses.
resist.
What they choose instead is almost as cruel. They gather the children, the women, and the old men into the plaza,
Look
and
to the horizon.
Vercingetorix tells
That is
them
where
he
your
has
future
spoken
lies.
with the Romans,
Go now, bypass
that
the
they will
Roman
be allowed
walls
to
and
pass
regroup
and
with our
reach the
kinsmen.
villages
Do
of
not
their
look back.
kin. It is a lie. Nobody has spoken with Rome. And when the gate shuts behind them, one woman turns and asks the wall, "Which one of you told him to say that?" Nobody answers. Caesar posts guards along the rampart. No one gets through. The families beg to be taken as slaves, anything, in exchange for bread. The answer is silence.
Have mercy on us.
So they starve between the two walls, in full view of both armies. Neither side opens a gate. Mercy costs nothing until it costs you the war. Both men did the arithmetic. Both men got the same answer. Every morning after that, Vercingetorix looks north. Every morning, the horizon looks back empty. Weeks pass. The men who drove out their own families are starving too. No one is coming, one of them tells him. We have to surrender. And then, mid-sentence, they stop talking. Something is rolling in over the walls. Horns, thousands of voices. A scout gallops in. How many? Caesar asks. More than I can count, he says. Over 200,000. To your positions. Caesar wrote that number himself while on trial. Historians think it was smaller. It did not need to be true to be terrifying. It needed to be bigger than 50,000. The besieger has become the besieged, with no line of retreat.
Forward, brothers!
The
For
relief
glory
army
of
is led
Gaul!
by
Avenge
Vercingetorix,
Alesia!
cousin of
Charge!
Vercingetorix. Test their line, he says. Cavalry first. The ground kills them. Horses drop chest first into
Hold
the
the
dark.
line!
Riders
Race!
land on the
Attack!
stakes.
For the glory of
The
Gaul!
lilies opened. For the first time, the Romans fight
Move
both
faster,
walls
fill
at
the gaps
once,
in the wall.
and both attacks fail.
Hold your ground, men!
Most of them are farmers called up 3 weeks ago. Better at splitting timber than holding a line. The men on the wall have been at war 7 years without going home.
Hold the line,
7
men!
years
Push
is
those
long
ladders
enough to
back.
forget what your own
Forward!
village looks like.
Destroy them!
But the numbers have not changed. 5 to 1. Too few ladders, he says. Build hundreds more.
Alesia
The camp
is
becomes a
ours.
factory,
For the
binding
tribes.
mountains of branches to
Gaul.
bury the trenches. 2 nights later,
Men of
2
Gaul,
sentries
follow
stop
me to
talking.
victory.
Do you
For
hear that?
freedom.
Tens of
For Alesia.
thousands rise out of the darkness and hit
Send
the
reinforcements
palisade,
to the cavalry
screaming.
immediately. Hold the line.
Mark
They are
Antony
trying to
throws
flank
men
us.
wherever the line bends. The artillery fires blind, aiming at sound.
Push harder, men.
Then
To the
trumpets
line.
on the other
They are
side.
coming.
Vercingetorix is coming out.
Hold the line.
The 2
Fight
Gallic
the
armies have no way to speak to each other.
Destroy them.
Their only signal is noise, and noise arrives late.
Keep the pace up. Move that timber.
Vercingetorix loses hours filling
need more men
trenches,
on the ditch.
and by the
Hurry,
time he
before
reaches the
nightfall.
wall, the relief army is breaking. Fall back, Vercingetorix shouts. 2 armies, 1 enemy, and no way to say now. The whole rebellion came down to that. At dawn, he walks back up his slope. That walk is not despair. It is reconnaissance. 21
Forward, sons
kilometers
Gaul.
of wall.
Destroy their line. For
Somewhere in
victory.
it a flaw. And they have days to find it.
Move those timbers.
And they find it.
We must finish the palisade
In the
before
northern
sundown.
hills, the ground is too broken for the wall to close, and the
Drop
Roman
tools.
camp sits
To
there
your
on an
ranks,
open
now.
slope. The greatest fortification in
Battle
the ancient
formation.
world was undone by men who
Lock
had
shields,
grown
hold
up
the
on
line.
that hill.
Charge! Charge!
60,000 picked warriors march at night and hide behind the mountain.
Hold the
At
line.
noon, the Gauls
Lock
hit the whole
shields.
length of the wall at once, so no reserve can be spared. Vercingetorix attacks from
battle.
inside. The
For
hidden
the
60,000
ancestors.
come down from above.
Destroy them all.
Labienus, 6 cohorts to the north. Every reserve is committed. There is nothing left. Then the north breaks. We cannot hold them. I know,
Time for
Caesar
waiting
says.
is over.
Hold anyway.
We strike now, or
He
Alesia
gathers his
falls.
last squadrons,
To arms,
slips out a gate
warriors
on the
of Gaul.
quiet side, and
Stop
swings
right there.
wide
Secure
behind the
prisoners.
hills.
Get back quickly.
The Gauls
They're everywhere.
recognize him instantly. A scarlet cloak crossing the field. He had worn it for 8 years so his own men could find him. That afternoon it worked on both
We have
armies
secured
at
the
once.
bridgehead.
The men who
10th
thought
Legion
they
will
had
move
won
at
are
dawn.
caught between the wall and the
Nervii are
cavalry.
proving stubborn.
By nightfall, the relief army dissolves, every tribe running home in the dark. The next morning, Vercingetorix does not look north. There is nothing left to look for. The gates open. He does not say a word. 6 years in a Roman cell. One afternoon in Caesar's triumph,
Centurion, they
then
are coming.
strangled in the dark
Vercingetorix has
under the
mobilized his
city.
forces near Alesia. Sound the alarm.
Ancient
We must
writers
prepare
claimed
for
the war
battle
killed
immediately.
1 million
They are
people
coming,
and
Commander.
enslaved
We must
1 million
march out
more.
and face them on open ground.
And the plunder
Did not
cleared
come here
Caesar's
to
debts
retreat.
to the last
The siege
coin.
holds. To the
Gaul
outer
did
line.
not just lose.
I want that fortification
Gaul
doubled
paid
by
his
sundown.
bills.
Move!
The second wall did what he built it for. It also proved one man could beat the impossible without Rome's permission. The Senate understood
Move those
that
timbers
before he
faster.
did.
Secure the palisade.
Disband your legions,
Maintain discipline
they
on the
tell
wall.
him. Come home and stand
Move
trial.
faster through the pits.
He answers by crossing a small
his
river
step,
called
men?
the Rubicon. A wall can keep out an army. It cannot keep out what a man becomes when he wins. 18 months later, at Pharsalus, Roman against Roman, Julius Caesar is outnumbered again. Watch it now.